What's up, guys? It's your boy Shortstack P again. I got another video for y'all today. A little bit breaking news. The Los Angeles riots. You got a lot of moving parts there. You got the National Guard. You got Marines as of not too long ago, a couple hours maybe. Trump, of course. You got a governor that doesn't want to do anything about the protesters, rioters. And you got a mayor that is saying the National Guard is only escalating things and it's only getting worse because they're there. If that was the case, why can't the police the situation? Why is there nothing? If you go on anywhere, go on YouTube right now, go on any media outlet, wherever you want to go and try to find an image of LA that isn't in flames. It's everywhere. Everywhere is in smoke. Everywhere, sorry about the camera. Everywhere is in flames. You got people throwing cinder blocks at police cars, policemen, setting cruisers on fire. What is going on? Guys, we've seen this blueprint before with the BLM protests. Those were riots as well. That wasn't a protest. Guys, the shoe is on the other foot this time. We have a different president in power. And he said from the beginning that he would treat these as an act of terrorism. He said that from the beginning. It is domestic terrorism. You're not obeying law and order whenever you do these types of things. Supposedly it's a protest due to the ICE raids. Whenever you got evidence and testimony coming out to where the riots are really over this big bust that just happened in the fashion district, really nothing to do with actual deportation of immigrants illegally that are here. And they kind of escalated it and used these latest raids that busted a bunch of people that had nothing to do with illegal immigrants. It was all over taxes and underdeclared valued items of some sort. And all of this seems far too similar, orchestrated wise, as the BLM protests whenever Trump was in office the first time, his first term. That shut everything he was doing down. It slowed up the whole movement. All the world and pretty much all the US economy could talk about was George Floyd, all the protests that were going on, and that it was racist if you had any type of quarrel against it. But we've been tainted by that before, and I don't think it's going to happen again. He said he would, Donald Trump that is, reply with force. Force needs to meet force. Okay? That's what the police and all the responders didn't have the first time. They just had to sit there and take whatever the rioters, protesters were throwing at them. Whether that be physical objects, whether that be slanders, just trashing them. They couldn't do anything. They didn't have that leverage the first time. Trump was blocked on every single avenue he wanted to take. And he didn't want to seem like a bad guy. And that was the left's whole agenda, was to create a scenario where if he did anything, he would be the bad guy because it was such a race war. And I don't think the public is going to fall for it this time. Clearly, Trump isn't. Deployed 2,000 National Guards, 200, 400 Marines, I believe, a few hours ago, to LA. It's not a protest whenever you're getting violent and you're assaulting police officers. They are there to Attain and restore law and order. That is what a police officer's job is to do. There are some bad actors. There always is. There's always going to be bad actors in every line of work. You probably got a coworker you don't like. Everybody does. That doesn't mean the vast majority isn't there to do a job that they are paid to do. But whenever you take a peaceful protest and you start assaulting police officers, burning public property, looting, well, that's whenever it turns into rioting. Do you see the split difference? A peaceful protest is whenever you go, you set up a time, a place. You let the local district or whoever is in charge know, hey, we are going to hold a small gathering of 200 people. We are protesting this thing that we do not like. It is a known thing then to the public, and attendees can come at no risk of harm to them. And then there's that no risk of harm to the public, but the public is known about it. These riots in Los Angeles are just like a tweet. Hey, we're going to meet here at this time. And whatever force, if they're doubling up their force, the National Guard, the Marines, we're going to double up ours. So I hope that they are prepared to meet whatever force is on the other end of that, the reciprocating force. Because I have a feeling that they're still in some type of delusion of the BLM, the 2020 riots, to where the police officers and other responders couldn't do anything. That's not how this is going to go. And guys, I think we would be in a delusion to not believe that we're on the brink of a civil war. This is exactly how a civil war would start. You have one side that is antagonizing, starting things over that they don't even know the full circumstance. There's Antifa involved, and those are just paid actors that come in to rile up, to topple governments. We all know who they're backed by. That big power cabal, they're in control of everything. They want nothing more than right now for Donald Trump to send in more troops, more anything, someone gets shot, and then the military or National Guard have to shoot back. Because then that's going to incentivize the small radical public on that side to arm up, and then you have a small issue. You have a small civil war, which really on a global scale, that's very bad for the United States. It does look like we're out of control. I've seen a few good takes already about this topic. You know, you could get a couple guys up in a parking garage, a couple sniper rifles, ARs if you will, take out a couple of these rioters. And they were wearing MAGA hats. They were wearing, you know, of the Democrat or Republican Party, excuse me. Then that sets the other side off to escalate it even further. Then the Marines or the military or National Guard have to respond once they get more violent. There's plenty of ways where the left or the radicals could incite more violence. And it's just crazy to a natural person, a natural thinking person. You wake up, you go about your day. If there's something you don't like, you can let it be known. You're in America. This is a free country. You can let your voice be heard. But whenever you take it to the extremism of assaulting, vandalizing, stealing, well, then that's whenever we have an issue. That's whenever you lost your cause. If you're a peaceful protester, you lost your cause. You're just out to hurt people now? Because there's a much bigger force out there called the military that will meet your force much greater. And they will shut you down and eviscerate your cause. That was supposed to be peaceful in the first place. So it really just makes you want to take a step back from it and really see what is going on with this whole protest that they're having, this peaceful protest. And why are the Democrat mayor, the Democrat governor, Gavin Newsom, blaming everything on Trump about this? Why is that? Is it almost like they want him to be the fall guy whenever the first protester gets shot? Oh, see, I told you, if you brought in the National Guard, things would escalate. No, if you policed your state better, things would have never escalated. Look at the borders right now. They're at an all-time high as far as intake of illegal immigrants. There are plenty of people that I know personally that have came through the system and did it the right way. And there's nothing wrong with that. Obtain your citizenship. I believe in it. America is a great country. I would want to live here too. Fortunately, I was born here. But whenever you're fighting for something that I don't even think you know what you're fighting for, because you're out here protesting with Mexican flags. Are the protesters American or are they Mexican? Why are they waving the flags? It's so confusing. It makes no sense to me. So you're mad that we're sending your friends and family back to Mexico, but you don't want to go with them? You don't want to live there with them? But you're waving a Mexican flag. So you hate the place that you're from, but you're burning the American flag? And you're not wanting to go back with the people that we sent back that came here illegally? It makes no sense. What are you fighting for? Why are you burning your city to the ground? Which probably, if I had to guess, probably 75% of them were born in America that are protesting. Don't quote me on that. You're not from Mexico. And if you're waving the flags, go back to Mexico. We're not stopping you. Nobody is stopping you. I'm just really confused as to why all of this is happening. Is there a bigger play at stake? You know what I mean? And it really does make you think like, okay, this is the same playbook that they tried before, and it worked that first term. It shut everything Trump was doing down. Are they doing that again? Okay, well, we have the answer for that. We're going to send the National Guard and Marines. And yes, deadly force will be used if you're using deadly force. Is it just to throw Trump off? Is it like they couldn't jail him, they couldn't bankrupt him, and they couldn't stop him from winning? You got the Elon thing that just happened. So is this okay? It worked the first time. BLM was a pretty good success. We were able to get everybody to think he was racist. Let's get everybody to think Trump is racist again. Well, clearly it didn't work, because the majority of the country voted for him. So is it just like, are you flipping out the pages of the old playbook and doing the same thing? Because remember, the first time, Trump didn't do anything about it. He couldn't. He was blocked at every direction. He has a stranglehold on the power right now, guys. He can do something about it, and he will. He said that from day one. It will be treated as acts of domestic terrorism if you riot protests like that. So is this just like a shot in the dark from the extremists on the left? Let's start some riots up again over this whole ICE thing. We know we let 50,000 illegal immigrants in here a day, and we flew them to sanctuary cities to try to stack the cards for later. And he's deporting all of them. Let's get the Spanish, the Mexicans, the Cubans, the Venezuelans. Let's get all them fired up, and then we'll tell the black community that this is going to happen to them next if they don't support the riots, the cause. Maybe that same playbook will work for this time. I don't think it will, because we never did anything the first time. We sat there and we took it on the chin, and quite frankly, we're sick of it. We're sick of the bullshit protests. It's bullshit. Come into this country legally, and you will not be forced to go back home. It's that simple. If I were to come to your country and break the rules, I get arrested. That's for any country. As an American citizen, if I go to Russia or anywhere, if I go to Mexico and break the rules, guess what? I'm getting treated like shit. You live here. Probably, like I said, 70% of you guys that are protesting, probably born here. And don't want to go back. You hate your home country. That's why you're here. So then we send your illegal immigrant family members back, and then you burn your city to the ground when you're an American? We're not stopping you. Go back. Go back to your home, even though it's probably America. You live here. If you guys aren't fired up like how I am about this, it's outrageous. People are going to die if this continues. And I'm not for death of any kind. Elderly, middle-aged, children. I want people to live in peace and be happy. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. But I do not support violence. I do not support bullshit. What are you protesting for? Ask yourself that if you're one of them and you see this. Because I don't even think you know. I really don't. I think there's bigger wheels at motion here. And I hope it can be contained. And for the sake of all of us, I hope it doesn't escalate to someone getting killed. Because I do not believe that would be good for this country. I believe that will result in close to a civil war. I think it'll start small and it would escalate. It's like a cold, or a flu at a, school. You go to school, you get sick from your friend Jared, then you come home, you get your sister sick, your sister gets your mom sick, your mom gets your dad sick. So I think it would slowly, it would be a harder situation to contain if somebody does get killed from this. But it's recklessness in the protests from the side that is protesting. And it's going to come down to some really tough decisions from the side that is trying to protect law and order in our country. We live in the greatest country in the world where you are free to do almost anything. And you're spitting and burning the American flag when you're probably American yourself. I just don't get it, man. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. It's your boy Shortstack P. Deuces.